Hello and welcome to Never Say Neverland. My name's Sam. I have just returned back off of a 3-night cruise from Southampton to Belgium on the Disney Fantasy. And today I'm going to do a haul showing you all the items that we were able to pick up from the ship for my family, so that it's not all just mine. No, I have a 6-year-old, a 9-year-old, my sister came with me too, and my parents, and between us we got a nice little selection of gifts to remember the trip. Now I will add, if you have watched our vlog series of the holiday, if you haven't, pop over and watch that now. The shops were crazy. Yeah, the shops were wild. The shop opened on embarkation night at around 7:30, and the queues were bonkers, to the point that my sister and I decided to divide and conquer. We kept the children far away from it. My children are neurodiverse, and the amount of people in that shop would have completely spun them out. To be honest, it spun me out. I wanted to get out as quickly as possible. However, there are a few items that my daughter had her heart set on, and obviously a mum's duty is to make sure that they had the most magical time. So I went searching. I went into the Mickey Mainsail, which is the toy store. My sister went into Sea Treasures, which is kind of your homeware type of store. We had been down to look through the windows before the shop opened, just to get an idea of what was in there, and it already was quite picked over. For example, the plush section, the soft toys, normally had the full Disney Cruise Line gang, so Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Miss Someone, Chip and Dale, Pluto, the whole gang. It literally had Daisy, Goofy, Daisy. There had been a selection that we'd seen on other vlogs that had kind of Nemo characters. If you've watched my vlog series, you'll know that my son is a massive Nemo fan. And whilst he has most of the collection, I did have my eye set on, I think it was Squirt. There was quite a large Squirt in there, the turtle character. There were none to be seen. There was literally 2 Nemos and 1 Dory. So, I mean, that saved me some money. Winning. There was very limited stock in certain areas. The big ticket items such as the lounge flies and the spirit jerseys, there was a selection of, and I would admit when we went back to the shops later on in the trip on the sea day when the shops are allowed to be opened, there was still quite a wide selection of the bags. There were lounge flies that looked like the cruise ship. There were quite a few of them. There was a large selection of ears still. The spirit jerseys, there was a good selection of sizes. Some of the items were completely wiped. We never saw them again. And when they were disembarking, we walked actually past the shops to go and use the toilets, and could see that they had boxes and were restocking. And we'd spoken to one of the cashiers, and she said that they'd had issues with when they docked on the last few cruises, there hadn't been stock to replenish it. So unfortunately, we were on one of those cruises that had a smaller selection of items, which I think that plus the UK audience led to a little bit of chaos on shop opening day. Again, head over to my embarkation day vlog and check that out. I didn't film inside the shop, but you can see my reaction of afterwards. But anyway, let's get on with the haul, because that's why you're all here. Now I want to start with one item that actually wasn't purchased from the shop. Now, before you go on the cruise, you are able to purchase some items for when you arrive in your stateroom. So for example, I mean, we've eaten them now. I can probably pop a picture in here. We'd ordered some cupcakes for the kids. There was a Captain Minnie, a Captain Mickey. They come with these really cute little welcome notes next to your cupcakes or whatever items you have purchased. And what's really great about these is they're actually photo frames. So you can take out the note and pop in one of your Disney cruise photos. How cute is that? I have had these for a couple of years, never ever knew that. So I'm going to be popping in some of our photos and repurposing these in my children's room, which I just think is a lovely gift, because I am a sucker for a photo frame, and spoiler alert, there were none on the ship, or none that I saw anyway. So yeah, I thought that was really great. So we ordered some cupcakes for the children, yummy, yummy in my tummy, but also for the adults. Now, there is a package that you can order, which is called the romance package. Now, I was there with my children by myself and my sister was there. So, you know, we repurposed the romance package as a sister girly package. And what you get is a box of delicious chocolates. I am really impressed with myself. Actually, these haven't even been opened yet. That's because there's so much good food on board, we didn't even need to. So we are going to savour these for those days, which I imagine will be coming soon, full of the Disney blues, and when we're mourning over the fact that we're not getting nighttime turn down and towel animals on our bed, we can crack open these chocolates and munch our sorrows away. So we got the lovely chocolates. We also got, so you had an option of champagne, or you could have Cloudum. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever been on a Disney cruise before. Cloudum is this bright blue sparkly drink. Now, I believe that it is non-alcoholic. We're not big drinkers, which is why we went for this. My parents were also on board with us, and they had the romance package too. They had the champagne because they're grown-ups and we're just not. So we had Cloudum 0% blue, naturally flavoured carbonated apple juice cocktail from concentrate. I would imagine this tastes like appetizer. Maybe I'll do a little video on my Instagram of us trying it, because I've heard lots of mixed reviews on it. So I'm really curious to know what it's like. But also I want to know, will it turn my tongue blue? If you know the answer, please put it down in the comments so I know before I try it. And yeah, this came in a cute little bag, which my daughter's kind of got her eyes on, because she just loves a bag. She's of that era where they just love bags. But the reason we purchased this package was for these. Now these are, let's see if you can see them. These are the softest dressing gowns I have ever felt. And actually I was quite unwell on one of the days we were on board. I had a migraine and I get a little bit shivery when I have a migraine, and I snuggled up in this and oh, it was a treat. I sat out on the balcony, it was raining a little bit, I was watching people coming back onto the boat because we were in Belgium, and oh, I'm gonna treasure this for so long because I don't treat myself to things like this. So for me, this is a real luxury and it's like stroking a cat. Oh, if you get the opportunity to get the romance package, doesn't matter if you're single or on your own, just get it. Drink your Cloudum and your champagne in your dressing gown. I am looking forward to doing that for sure. Now, another thing that I treated myself to, obviously, is my Spirit jersey. Now, on the Dream, I'd gone for the classic white with the navy bottom, but I decided I'm quite happy with that one. I'm going to stick with that. And actually, controversially, I walked around the Fantasy with my Dream Spirit jersey on. Is that a sin to do that? I don't know. But I did it because I like that jersey and I'm clearly a rule breaker. So I'm going to show you here. This was my Spirit jersey. It's like a little denim material. Now this is an extra large. I'm kind of a 16 to 18 size, but this is comfortable. I thought it might be too big, but actually I quite like it like that. And then on the back, not sure if you can see, it says Cruise Line. So I treated myself to that. Now my sister, we worked out, now has 18 Spirit jerseys. Is that an obscene amount? Do we think she has an addiction to Spirit jerseys? Put down in the comments if you've got more than that, because I'm really curious to know if it's just her or whether this is like the average number that people have, because I'm nowhere near that and I'm okay with that. But she purchased, this is the classic Disney Fantasy Spirit jersey. And on the back, it has the gorgeous Dumbo. And it obviously says Fantasy on there in this nice like foil. And the front has a really cute design. You can see it's got like Mickey on there. So yeah, she went for the classic Disney Fantasy. It was $84.99, and this is also an extra large. Now, she went and nabbed this one like straight away. That was her number one item she had to get. But I actually saw some extra larges on the sea day when we went back there. So I don't stress too much. Sometimes people just grab stuff, buy it, try it on and then take it back. There's a chance that if you go back in a couple of days' time, someone might have returned something in your size. So it's worth just checking back. Now, the other item that she was desperate to get, and I've got to admit, I do kind of love it. I went forward and back, but we've decided we're going to share it because, you know, we holiday together. So when she's not using it, I can use it and vice versa. She bought the most gorgeous loungefly. Actually, I should do it like this, shouldn't I? Mini, like a Captain Mini loungefly. How stunning is this? I just love it. So cute. And actually, one thing I will say, because I have a Donald loungefly, is that the characters really interact. When they see themselves on your loungefly, it makes for really great photos and just a fun interaction, especially if you're a little bit awkward or don't know what to say with the characters. The character handlers or the characters themselves, if they spot you in an item of clothing that they can relate to, it makes it such a fun experience, and takes away a little bit of the awkwardness if you feel a little bit embarrassed by it. But I mean, it's Disney. I mean, who feels embarrassed about seeing characters? I don't know. So yes, my sister bought those. Now now listen here, if these videos could have had smell-o-vision, when we walked on the Disney cruise, the second we stepped on board, the smell that wafts in, is just delightful. Like, honestly, I think I've said before in previous vlogs, I'm one of these people that, like, a smell really lifts my mood, and the Disney cruise one is just insane. I just love it. Makes me feel so happy. And when I saw this, so this is the Sense of the Sea, the official scent of Disney Cruise Line, Sense of the Sea. Makes memories one smile at a time. Composed with our favourite childhood dreams, birthday cake, strawberry milkshake, suntan lotion, yada yada yada. It's basically a reed diffuser that supposedly smells like the Disney cruise. Now, I will be opening this up and getting those smells wafting ASAP because I've got the Disney blues bad. But yeah, I couldn't resist not buying it. It's a reed diffuser. You've got like 4 or 5 reeds in there. It was pricey, I'm not going to lie. And this was one of my big spends. I didn't buy a loungefly, but I did purchase one of these. It was $40. But I'm hoping it will last quite a while. And like I said, smells are a big thing for me. And I'm really looking forward to opening this up. So another thing I usually buy when I go on Disney trips, the classics. I'm not always your Spirit jersey and your loungefly girl. I'm more your magnets and your mugs. Seriously, I have a mug addiction. Like, you should see my mug cupboard. Maybe I'll show that one day. Yeah, I'm all about magnets and mugs, and I was so disappointed that there wasn't anything that floated my boat when, no pun intended, when we were on there. A lot of the mugs that I'd seen on other people's vlogs weren't there, and I resisted the urge just to buy for the sake of buying. However, another thing I always love to do, especially, well, actually before having children I used to do it as well, is to buy a special Christmas decoration. And I found this gorgeous Disney Fantasy Christmas decoration. Isn't it cute? Now, this was $26.99, which I think for a decoration like this is a fair price. I mean, it's Disney money, but I think that's a fair price for a Christmas decoration that I'll use time and time again. Like, look at the detail. It even has like a little Mickey on the end of it, like a hidden Mickey. I just love it. And I will treasure this. I have one from when we went on the Dream as well. Yeah, I just love it. So I was happy with that. That was pure chance I found that one. It was literally someone had just left it on a random shelf. So as I walked past, I grabbed it and I was like, yeah, you're coming home with me. And then the other thing that I purchased for myself, which again is a a higher end one, but if you follow my Instagram, you'll have seen a little clip of what my house looks like. It is Disney everywhere, and I really love Disney artwork. I'm big on art and I like to draw myself. I really appreciate like nice artwork on my wall, especially ones that mean something. So I treated myself to this beautiful painting from David E. Doss. Now there was a really large selection of artwork, but what I loved about this is it was Castaway Cay, got the cruise in the background. This is one of my fondest memories of being on a Disney cruise, is when we've been on trips to the Bahamas on there. I've been twice, luckily, to Castaway Cay, and I just love it. Like, if heaven's a place on earth, that for me is Castaway Cay. So I am thinking of redoing my bedroom behind my bed, and I think I'm going to pop that up there so I can dream of Castaway Cay. But yeah, that was $50, which again, I don't think is pricey for that type of artwork that will be on display the whole time and I'll be able to look at every day. For me, that's money well spent. And then one other thing that I got was actually a present my sister bought me. Funnily enough, I went in a shop and bought her a gift. She went in a shop later and bought me one. We didn't realise that we purchased each other. They were different, but it's just sisterhood for you. Like, we just, yeah, we love each other. We love each other. So this was a really cute mug. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have zero intention of drinking out of this mug. However, I probably will use it to put pens in or some stationery, or just have it on my desk. I have a lot of Disney themed items on my desk and I just genuinely don't know how you drink out of this. Like, no, it just doesn't work for me. And how on earth would you wash it up? I mean, that's such a mum thing to say, isn't it? So this was $24.99, but I just think it's gorgeous. Yeah, super cute. Love it. So then that actually leads me nicely on to what I purchased for her. So as I said, we always have Christmas decorations. It's a family tradition. My sister is a massive Tinkerbell fan, and I found this super cute Tinkerbell decoration. I assume it's a Christmas decoration, but you could use it all year round. But I just think it's super cute. That was $26.99 too, but there weren't many of them, so I grabbed it when I saw it because I thought she's going to love that. And I was concerned for her that she wouldn't get the Disney cruise ship, and I knew she'd have wanted that. So yeah, we treated each other because we are lovely sisters. Now, on to my children. So on the wish list for my daughter was Daisy Duck plush, which, how lucky were we? That was one of the only ones they actually had in stock. We currently have Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, yeah, from the previous cruises that we've been on. And if you have watched my packing video, you'll have seen that they all came along with us, because my son, if he had gone into the shop, he actually didn't this time around because I thought it was too stressful for him. But he may have wanted the whole collection, which actually would have been really stressful because they didn't have the whole collection that we needed. So I ended up purchasing a lovely Daisy Duck, and she looks snazzy in her little cruisy outfit. Cute little bow. Disney's crazy long labels. Why? Why Disney? Do they need to be this long? My kids always just want them snipping off. But actually what was great about these is the ones that we took that we already owned, we luckily had name tags stuck on there, because I was worried if we went in the shop people might think we'd stolen them. But actually it was handy because people wanted the ones that my children had and that were in my son's buggy. We were able to just make sure that people knew they were ours and that we hadn't purchased them there and then. So yeah, Daisy came along, and then Daisy got herself a little friend. Now, if you've been on a Disney cruise, you'll know the tradition of your stateroom host will often come and, well, they will. Your stateroom host will create a fun towel animal for you during the nighttime turn down service. My daughter really, really wanted the elephant plush that they were selling that was of the towel animals. There were kind of like 4 or 5 I could see through the window. They went instantly. So instead, we ended up with a monkey. I did put a post on my Instagram channel asking people what they thought it might be, and someone said a turkey, which I can kind of see. If anyone watches Friends, it now reminds me of the turkey that Joey gets stuck on his head on a Thanksgiving, I think it's a Thanksgiving episode. But yeah, little monkey came. He is so soft. And actually what was really cute is we saved up some of the chocolates that our stateroom host had put on the bed at the end of the day. And on the night we got home, I popped this and some chocolates on my daughter's bed to make her feel like she was still on the cruise. So yeah, they were the plushes that we purchased. We also got, now I don't know if anybody else like us look at vlogs before they go places to see what's in the shop, or whether we just have an issue. I don't know. But anyway, we knew that in Walt Disney World and on the cruises, they had create your own headbands, which are basically like padded headbands, which you can pick your own, like a pick and mix of character head plushies. Now, when we got there, all the headbands had sold out. However, they still had the plushies. So my daughter got Stitch, she got Lotso, and she got Goofy, because Stitch and Goofy are her favourites. Lotso apparently is just really cute. And what was great about these is I kind of had assumed in advance from Facebook groups that we were on that the headbands weren't there. We actually had taken one of her padded headbands from home, so she was able to put these on. She actually didn't wear them on the cruise, but what's great about these is they're just Velcro, so you can labels Disney, the long labels, but they're Velcro, so you don't need to thread them through things. If you don't want to, you can clip them round. So what I actually said to her is she could have attached them to her Loungefly if she didn't want to wear it as a headband, which I think looks quite cute actually, and it's maybe something I would do. I'm not a huge fan of what they look like on a headband. I personally wouldn't wear them, but I don't think it's aimed at me. I think it's aimed at kids. So yeah, Goofy, Lotso, and Mr. Stitch. There was the Pooh Bear gang, so there was Eeyore, Tigger, Pooh. There was no Piglet when we were there, but I believe there have been. There was Lotso, I think Ham had been there, but I didn't see any. There was Stitch and Angel, obviously the Mickey gang, so Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Daisy, Pluto. How many times do I have to run through this? The Mickey gang, we'll call them. They were all there. So yeah, these were $11.99, so $11.99 each. And the headbands, if there had been some, were $9.99 each. So it is worth just keeping an eye on your kids if they're pick and mixing them all. It soon adds up. But like I said, we will probably just play with these as plushes as well as having them on ears. So we had those. Another thing that my daughter was really keen on having, and so my children have sensory sensitivities, they are on the spectrum, and one of the ways that we help them calm down when they're dysregulated is by cooling them down. They get really hot and we use fans a lot. I'll pop a link down below to an amazing fan that we use, not just in Florida actually, everywhere, all the time. But there was also this really super cute Disney fan. I'm just gonna, this is probably gonna set off my microphone. You're not gonna be able to hear me. I mean, it's a decent blowiness. Comes with a really cute Disney Cruise Line lanyard, and she just loved this. I can't actually remember the price of this, so I'll try and pop it down below so you can see, because she likes to pull the labels off everything and I wasn't quick enough. I mean, we've been back 2 days, so I'm trying to get through everything so that the kids can play and take all their bits. But yeah, there was no label on this. I'll pop down below. I'll check my receipt as to how much that was. Now, my son doesn't really ask for much. There were a few toys that I had my eye on that I'd seen on vlogs that were not in the shop at all. But the one thing I did buy for him was a little mini Buzz Lightyear. Now, he's really big on Toy Story and all things Pixar. I saw this in the shop and thought, oh, that's cute. I think it's one of those spinners that lights up. Did not realise it does this.
I am Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
Now, my son loves noise, and he loved this. He loved it so much. I had to hide it because I didn't want to be woken up at 2 a.m. too. which is what he likes to do. He liked the beginning bit, the really random noise, not that I'm Buzz Lightyear, it was the... But this was a really cute toy, actually. Again, I can't remember the price and we'll put it down below, but I thought this was fun. It's something that we can take when we go to Disney parks. It can have a nighttime shows. Yeah, it was cute. He likes it. So he did go into hiding for a small time. Sorry, Buzz. But if your children are sensory seekers and they love noisy toys, this is the one for you. Not for parents. You might want to buy some earplugs. Talking of noisy toys, this leads me on to popcorn buckets. Now, my sister and my daughter went off just to look around the ship, apparently, and came back with this guy. Now, he is the Disneyland Resort, I want to say 70th anniversary Mickey Mouse. He is a popcorn bucket. So sorry, Mickey, if I just open, can't get his head open. Oh, if you crack his head open, that sounds awful. If you open up the back, you can see inside that is where your popcorn goes. Clasp it shut. There's also an on-off button. Now, when you turn him on, he does this. Hi, Mickey. It's not going to work now. Are you camera shy, Mickey?
Hiya, I'm Mickey Mouse.
Mickey. It's not going to work now. Hey, Mickey.
Let's celebrate.
I'm not quite sure how many sayings he actually says. So if you know, again, pop down in the comments, because he's a little bit temperamental. A bit like our Alexa. Should have probably gone off now if I'd have said that. Likes to react when he wants to and just sometimes randomly goes off, which you'll probably see on the vlog that I'm in mid-vlog and Mickey's in the background chatting away. But yeah, to be fair, this was really cute. I want to say it was about $35. And we did get some popcorn that came with it. They put it in a separate container so that we didn't, because some people obviously just want these for decoration. And we will use this as decoration in our house, and we'll pop it out on display. And yeah, it is cute. And I imagine limited edition if it is Disneyland's 70th anniversary popcorn bucket. So yeah, we grabbed this. These went so quick. I think my sister was like the first person in line for these. Not intentionally, I think she just happened to go past, or maybe it was intentional. So yeah, he came with us, but he is staying off for the remainder of this vlog because I don't want to share Mickey the limelight, not with you. So that then leads us to pins. Now, the one thing my son does love is pins, particularly collections of films he likes. So I'll show you here. Over the years, we have collected Nemo pins for him. So these were from previous trips and Disney UK stores and things like that. He loves a pin and he's really big on Pixar. So when I saw this starter set, it's a pin trading step. It explains on the back how pin trading works. So you meet a Disney cast member wearing a pin, you find a pin with your favourite character on, and then you trade it. This was $44.99, but I loved that it had Doug. Reese was really big on Up when we were on the cruise. He was watching it in the stateroom. He loves obviously anything Nemo. Ratatouille's so cute, and Turning Red is really cute as well. They're quite unique ones, and I really liked that. So I bought him a little pin set that hopefully when we next go away, there's like this Pixar lanyard behind, he'll be able to use that, which is really exciting. And my daughter also picked up the other version of this starter set, which was classic cruise line pins. So I'm going to try and show these here now. We've got Mickey, cute little Mickey Cruise Line, Pluto, the gorgeous Captain Minnie. I love that one. And then of course a fan favourite, Stitch. So she got that pin set, which again was $44.99. She also purchased this Goofy pin. So she purchased this Mike Wazowski pin, which is the ice cream station. So she got those ones. And one thing that we absolutely loved is we got these pins Pixie dusted to us from one of the Disney Cruise Line engineers. He was the kindest gentleman. I want to say his name was Steve. Steve, if by any miraculous chance you're watching, you really made my daughter's day by giving her that. My daughter also bought a keyring. My sister bought some pins too. Disney Cruise Line Europe one. And also she bought the lovely Royal Court one. We just loved that restaurant. So those were the items that we purchased in the store. There were also a few things that we picked up along the way from crafts and things like that that we did, which I will pop in an Instagram story so you guys can all see. Actually, can we just have a moment for my forky? Yeah. You'll see from the vlogs that we did a build your own forky, so obviously we were able to take them away with us. Some of them didn't quite make the journey home. Poor forky. But yeah, these were obviously nice little mementos from the trip that we had. Now I'm going to pass you across to Kid Cam because it's desperate to show you all the amazing pixie dust gifts that she was given and popped in our fish extender throughout the trip. It was one of the most generous pixie dusting experiences we've ever had. We went round and dusted, not actually like dusted, not on holiday, not at home. We pixie dusted families and put our own little treats in there for them as well. We also did a secret Mickey, which was arranged for our Facebook group, which is basically like a Secret Santa where you were given another family or another child that was similar to your own, and you found out what their likes were and you were able to create a little gift package for them. She wants to show you everything that she got, and then we'll pop back over to me and I'll show you my secret Mickey and Reese's secret Mickeys. Over to you, Roo.
Hi guys, today we're going to be doing a pixie dusting haul of all the things we got pixie dusted on the Disney Fantasy Cruise. So, first of all, let's start off with all the stationery. Love this paperclip. We got a butterfly rubber, some pens, a little stamp. So here we have all the croc charms. We have this little Stella Lou plushie croc charm, which is from Tokyo, which I love. And then next we have all of the slap bands. Slap bands are very classic for a pixie dust. And then this is like some duck items. Love ducks. Moving on to the stickers. Loads of stickers. They're also very popular. We have also loads of sweets. Love candy kittens. They are new ones that I haven't tried them. I want to try them. Next we have bracelets. Also a common thing to have pixie dustings with. And then over here we have all the exciting things. So we've got this shiny cruise. And then over here we have this coaster, which I love. And then the mouse's rules, also love. Moving on to the straws. Now we have these little straws. I have a pirate one as well. Over here we have all the necklaces, which are really cool things to have. We have bookmarks that I'm gonna put in my books. We've also got lots of mini notebooks, which I also love. Next we're moving on to temporary tattoos, which we got some pirate ones, some Disney ones. And this is like all the hand care stuff on, things like that. We've got hand cream, bath bomb, some socks, Ariel socks, a clip, a lip balm. Moving on to here, these are just like the bits and bobs, you know, that I couldn't find a place of. And then moving on to my secret Mickey. Now this, love this. On the last day she came and knocked on our door. She was like, oh yeah, I forgot to put this in Rue's secret Mickey, which I love. Moving on, we have a Goofy Pez with a paint your own light. We have this 3D printed pencil holder, so you can put all your pencils inside and everything. Love that. Next we have this really cool chocolate bar. Love it, so cute. And we have also this really cool projector pen. I've never seen one of them in my life before. So cute. Love it. And then this was very special. So on the last day we went to lunch at Royal Court because we wanted like a sit down lunch, and somebody from the engineering station came up to our table and asked if we wanted some really cool goofy engineering pins, which I love. Oh, and we forgot to say our secret Mickey came in this lovely little stitch bag. So cute. So I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who pixie dusted us. We loved every stink of it, especially the secret Mickey. That was really cool. But yeah, we loved everything we got, and we're just so grateful for all of it.
How amazing was all of that stuff? Like, it blew my mind how generous people were. If any of you are watching, thank you so much. Like, you don't know how much magic you brought to my children by the kind gifts that you gave. And obviously it's not all about receiving. We had as much enjoyment from walking up and down the corridors, gifting our own treats that we'd been creating over the summer holiday, and actually bumping into other people pixie dusting, which was really lovely. And I will say, my daughter's confidence, like Rue, really shone. She did a lot more face-to-face pixie dusting this time versus the last cruise, and just her confidence soared. People were so kind, and it was just lovely. So yeah, we were part of a secret Mickey group, a bit like a secret Santa, and I couldn't actually remember what I'd written down that I liked. But my gift arrived outside my door, and there was lots of excitement as we were opening it up. And the first thing I saw was this. Like, how adorable is Gus? He is a little beanie, and I just love him. I just love him. He is so cute, and with little fluffy hair. So yeah, got him. He will be sitting on my desk whilst I am writing blog posts and editing vlogs and all that jazz. I also had put down that I liked Figment. So I got these really snazzy socks, which Rue has already got her eyes on stealing. I think they'll be too big for her. And Orange Bird. So if you are Disney World fans, you will know who these characters are from the Journey to Imagination, Figment the Little Dragon. So I've got these. I got a lovely Figment sticker, which I think I might even pop on my laptop because I just love it. Obviously, sweeties. These will be hidden away in the drawer for me. Oh no, I've now put it in the vlog. The kids are going to know where it is. I also got a really cute keyring, which is lovely because I didn't pick up a keyring on the cruise. So, you know, got my own. More stickers and a really cute bag. Cruising for snacks. Oh yeah. And that I just was over the moon with that. All those things I love, I will use. And yeah, it will remind me of a magical cruise. Now, my son, we had put down that he liked Lightning McQueen. And we came back to the room to this gorgeous personalised bag with Lightning McQueen on it. Drawstring bag. We can use this for when he goes for swimming lessons. It will get plenty of use, which I loved. There was also a 2D, 3D crafting set, which we sat and did one morning when we needed a bit of regulation. And I say I did. So it's a bit wonky, but yeah, really cool. You put bits of cardboard and it's separated together, but he has a Pixar themed bedroom, so this will go perfectly in there. And then this, he also had a stationery set, which he loves. He can't write at the moment, and it's something we're working on, but he loves stationery. He loves pencils, rulers, rubbers, and just plays with them like characters. So he loved that. But we also received this gorgeous jacket. Like, how generous is this? It's such a cute like bomber jacket, and it's got Lightning McQueen. It says think fast, and it's just lovely. He will love wearing that. We didn't get around to wearing it on the cruise, but I know we will get plenty of wear out of this, whether it's on other Disney trips or around the house or playing in the garden. We just love that. So whoever sent this, thank you so much. And my gift and my daughter's gifts and everyone in our stateroom, like, so generous. Thank you. We also got lots of other cute gifts along the way, like we got little bag charms and personalised key rings, which if your child has an unusual name, you'll probably resonate here in that it's really hard to find personalised stuff in shops. You have to go out and personalise them yourself or buy bespoke gifts that have their names on. So to have things like this is really useful, because it helps him identify his name, and I can stick Mickey on his backpack when he goes to school and he'll love that. So I think that is everything, which I didn't think we bought much when we were on the cruise, but actually looking at it now, it was a decent amount. Obviously it was in dollars, so the pound rate was a little bit less, which is brilliant. And at the end of your stay, you can see, if you charge it to your room, you can download a PDF that has all of your broken down receipts in there. I also just screenshot it just as a backup because I just like to be prepared. And yeah, in summary, the shops weren't as fully stocked as they should have been. However, I don't think we bought anything that we regret. There wasn't too much that we couldn't buy. And yeah, we love all the items that we have, and I just love Disney merchandise. They could sell a bin bag with Disney on it and I would probably think about buying it. I don't think I actually would, but I'd consider it. So again, thank you so much everyone for watching. I'd love to know what your favourite item was that we purchased, or if you bought any of those on a cruise too. Like, please drop a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please follow along our vlog series of our Disney Fantasy trip. There will be, fingers crossed, more to come from a Disney perspective. So please do hit the notification bell if you've enjoyed our vlogs so that you can be notified when more vlogs are available. And yep, like, subscribe, you know the drill. Thank you all so much. Hope you all have wonderful days. Bye.